My first time reacting to one of these. This is a financial audit, and it's for the dumbest person that they have ever met, and they've done a lot of financial audit. It's quite fascinating that this is the dumbest person, but yeah, let's find out why.
I inherited $60,000 and blew in 3 months.
What the?
What?
How did we spend that?
You gotta be careful what women you surround yourself with.
Are we blaming the world? What?
All things considered, I'm so lucky that I didn't have a kid with some psycho.
You would be the psycho to have a kid with.
He's like, yeah, I would.
You have your guitar with you?
Yeah.
Let's at least test your talents. Can you
Oh God.
This is where I push the red button going, eh!
Oh
Hello, my
God.
name is Beamy. I am 29 from Austin, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
Hi,
Same age here in
Beamy.
Austin. That's kind of fun. I haven't done someone my same age in a while. We can compare and contrast, see where we're at.
I don't think you want to do that. Ah.
Yes.
What do you do for a living here in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, so I'm a musician and a writer, primarily.
Musician and a writer.
I
Okay.
worked in education for over
Okay.
5 years with the school district.
Here?
Yeah, in Austin, yeah.
Musician, you know, some people make a living in Austin. So how you doing?
Not well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh. Let me know if I'm still cutting out. I adjusted some stuff. Oh my God, man. I just started the video, man.
Yeah, it's a thing, and it's not
it's a thing.
very.
How? Oh, how do you go from? So how are you living? Yeah, living is a thing. Oh, it's still kind of cutting out. All right, I'm just gonna see if I can reduce the. There we go.
Very fun.
It's not very fun. Then why are you doing
I mean,
this?
I'm transitioning. I'm kind of like.
When are you getting your tits?
Fuck, I might be too loud now. I'm sorry. Transitioning, chat. He's in a period of self-discovery from musician level. Oh man, this is what you hear everyone that has no idea what they're doing say. Like, quite literally.
I would like to. I think that.
No one liked that joke. Apparently. I thought it was funny. That's awesome. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. It's a joke. We call that humor. It's not.
I'm dabbling in acting, so I'd like to be an actor to be
okay.
being.
Well, you seem to be doing all like the fun, like I hope I'm good at this careers.
Right. So
Well,
music.
what are you making right now?
Nothing. I mean.
Well, how are you
What?
living right now?
Nothing? Jesus.
I'm barely. I mean,
people
so
love it when no one makes money on this show.
So like I don't spend that much money, but I haven't made that much money in a long time. So it's been really difficult to like save money up. But
Wait, so how do you get? You say you don't spend much money. How much did you spend last month?
I don't know enough.
Give me a number. What do you think?
Oh, what do I think?
You don't spend much money.
1,500, 2,000. I don't know. Less.
What?
Well, kind of in the middle. So 1,839.
Yeah, cool.
How did we spend that?
What? Yeah, cool. Oh God.
Without making any money. When I saw money come in, what's shipped for 1,400?
So yeah, I've been doing grocery delivery on the side.
Okay, so that's money. What are you talking about then?
Yeah.
What
It's
are you-
just
what are you
like it all
talking
goes
about?
back to gas.
What?
You did not spend 1,400 on gas.
No, but like, car insurance is 300.
Spent 547 on gas.
Yeah.
So a third.
Yeah.
It's not insignificant.
Yeah. So then,
Okay. So
300 on car insurance, 81 on phone bill, and the rest. I have 2 dogs, so most of the things.
Why do you have 2 dogs? No offense. I want everyone to get dogs. I love
Yeah.
dogs. That is not fair to the dogs that you have them, but you can't even pay bills. It's not their fault.
Correct.
It's not their fault, but at the same time, like, a dog kind of bonds with you. So if you like kind of had money and now you don't have money, it's not fair to just get rid of the dog. It's like, Eh.
Well, they are who have gotten me through all the things that I've been working through, and so like I don't know. It was a couple years ago that I inherited $60,000 and blew in 3 months.
What the?
And
Okay. Well, I got excited for a second. I was gonna say let's pay off that.
hey, appreciate
Oh,
it. Thank you.
and you have some matcha. Matches your person. Let me smell that real quick. I want to smell that.
Go for it.
Oh. Let me make sure they drugged you with something.
That's more money than I've made in my entire life. And he spent it in 3 months. Cool.
Hopefully. Could
Damn.
probably
It
use
smells
it.
like water.
They told me I was gonna get to meet MC Hammer. I thought
Warm
they
water.
meant MC Hammer.
Yeah, that's
but
funny. That's a good one. Okay, so what do you? So you blew
Wait, he blew his money for a promise to like see someone?
$30,000 in a few months. When was this? Is
Oh,
that how
God.
This
where
was in
we are?
June. This was in June of 2022. I found out that
what
I
was it a
had
couple years ago now?
inheritance from 7 years prior. So they basically I went homeless and like was sleeping on the street and stuff, and like
We have
Plan-
gotten to 29 in very different paths.
for sure, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
I
imagine.
never got inheritance. That would have been nice, but
Right? I didn't know I had it for 7 years. I didn't know it was my money, but it turns out it was in my account the whole time. And
okay.
so while I'm like busking on the street, you know, for $1 a day to get like a French loaf from the grocery store to
Why have you never like worked like an adult then?
Well, I have. I mean, I worked in education for 5 years, and I did sports broadcasting.
It's not like a few years ago. You could anyone could get almost any job they wanted with that job market. So it's just like
Right.
as long as you had any kind of qualifications.
Right.
I'm oversimplifying
I
that, but
think-
it wasn't like there was a lot of choices going into this. Obviously,
Yeah, a lot of-
Jesus.
Not great ones. I mean, I think that you got to be careful what women you surround yourself with too. I think that I was in.
in
Okay.
the world. What?
I'm not blaming. I'm acknowledging that I gave too much of myself to unhealthy people, that I didn't put myself or my well-being first,
Okay.
and through it just gave up
What?
everything.
What? Yeah, fine. Yeah, give us some context of the situation. Sure. So go ahead.
Oh man.
like-
What are you trying to say?
Well, like when I inherited that $60,000.
No, the people you surround yourself with.
Well, I mean, didn't have a great family growing up, and my dad died when I was in high school, and it's all right. And he was like the one person that kind of gave me real life stuff, and so then from then on, I was just kind of winging it myself. And then my best
Was the
friend,
inheritance through him?
it was through his mom, but yeah, basically from him. Yeah,
Sure.
it went to him, but then instead of going to him, it went to me because she
Yeah.
died after he did, and yeah. So
Okay.
like then you know the rest of the family that was left after him was just kind of manipulative, like greedy people who just wanted to everything for themselves, and kind of kept me in the dark on a lot of things as I was becoming a man. And then by the time I was a man in the real world,
Are you
like
sure?
I didn't have any clue what was going on or what I was doing. And then
Okay.
yeah, so like in December
What does
of
that have to do with
2019
everything?
was the first time I had a good job. I was getting paid good. I had my own apartment.
What are
for
you
the-
making?
more than 20 an hour, I know at the time, and I had like a 1-bedroom.
By the way, before we allow the stories to go too long, context of the situation, they're probably like, okay, yeah, but what are his finances? And that's fair.
Yeah,
You almost have no debt. You have a little bit of debt.
I'm very
You have
lucky.
debt that the rest of us in the world, if we were responsible, could knock out in a single second. You, for some
Right.
reason, are holding on to it like a
Oof.
child because you
Right.
refuse to make any money, even the money you have, you just spend. So you have a little bit of collections and a small little credit card. That's okay. All right. So go ahead with your story now
So-
that they know.
So
Because
Damn.
Oh, and you're also like taking micro payday loans. Go ahead.
I believe in like living without ceilings. Like I've in the past couple of years I've had multiple
That's a
jobs.
belief. Okay.
Yeah, I have had a couple of jobs where it's like, cool, I can like stay here for 6 months, and in 6 months I'll have everything paid off and I'll be in a good spot financially. But
What does that have to do with ceilings?
in that is the ceiling of the 6 months. I'm like, all right, I'm
Okay,
doing
so
all right,
it's
I'm
a-
doing decent. But I believe that
What?
in that time frame I could like basically struggle a little bit longer to then have a much higher payoff where the
This is also
skies
known
are
as
opened up.
sacrifice. Yes.
Right.
We don't have to look at it.
I
like
believe in
ceilings and
sacrifice.
stuff.
Yeah.
This
I guess that's what I'm saying.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
I believe in sacrifice. I don't know this person, but it really feels like somehow they're living in their self-made drama, and they're like, "Oh, I'm a musician. I gotta live through pain to be able to create. I cannot unless I go through the hardship and like put myself out there." Like, eh?
I call it sacrifice.
I think that sacrifice is, if played right and with
Good
the
night,
right
Jen.
intent or like navigation.
Okay, then why are we intense? Like, what are you talking about? That sounds great. I agree with that.
Cool.
You didn't do it. So what the f are we talking about?
I'm doing it. It's happening.
Go for this again.
So what the f are we talking about?
I'm doing it. It's happening.
Oh god, I'm laughing so hard, my microphone is just muted. Oh man, it's happening. I love the edit. I love the fact that it just zoomed in on his face as he was sipping, and like you can hear the sipping. It's happening. Oh man. Oh, that was glorious. Oh.
Like I'm moving to Philadelphia next month, and I gotta like
That's
figure
a
out.
sacrifice?
Well, I mean, I don't have anything set up, so it's like I
That
quit.
doesn't
I
sound
had
like a sacrifice. That sounds like a poor decision if you don't have anything set up.
It's a risk, maybe, but what I believe is
but-
a high risk, high reward.
Yeah, you sound like you've done high risk, high reward your entire life, and so
Yeah.
far the reward has been collections.
Face. Look at his face. It's literally just like, oh, high risk, high reward. Sure.
And taking out micro payday loans.
Right.
How the
So,
f are you moving to Philadelphia, not a cheap city?
well, initially I was thinking Pittsburgh, but then I
Cheaper?
started. Yeah, it's cheaper, and then I was like, you know what? I can do whatever I want, and I can figure out whatever I want, and I'm afraid of nothing. So,
You can do whatever the heck you want where you are, and you aren't doing it. How does moving change that when you don't have any plans? You're just like, I'm just gonna hitch a ride to Philly, and I hear it's sunny over there.
I'll just.
Yeah, but this goes
Go.
against what you were just talking about. You had
Oh.
almost a responsible mindset for a second,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're talking like a child.
I do go back and forth. I think that I
Go back and forth between being responsible and a child. Oh, this guy.
I think that my childlike fantastical
No, don't say your inner child. Please don't say your inner child. Please don't say it.
beliefs in the future
Beliefs in the future. What are you
compared
talking about?
tied with
What the f did I just walk into? What are you talking about?
I think that things can happen very quickly, like whether we're talking 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, and as I've made the wrong choice in a lot of the past like few years, it's taught me to move forward with better choices that
And moving without any plan and no money and taking out micro payday loans is a good choice.
well, so
The
I've
f are you- what are you
I've realized
on?
that I am not taking out micro payday loans anymore. I think that's a bad idea. And
God, I like how he doesn't refute a lot of things, and he's just like, that thing I'm not doing anymore.
it's not helping.
No.
I've also realized like every bit of money that I make, most of it should
you're doing
be
that like literally right
untouched.
now, so I don't know what you're talking about. Not gonna do. You by not going to do anymore. You mean like starting now, which
basically.
I have no hope in because you're doing it right now. So go ahead. Sorry. Continue.
And so, well, like there's a lot of things that I was doing 2 years ago that
What?
I mean, buying stuff that I shouldn't really be buying. I guess I didn't have money to buy, or like when I had that
Well, it's different
$60,000, I was just
Wow. Imagine buying stuff when you don't have money to buy them. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah. So how'd you go through that 60?
My partner at the time wanted to get an RV, and so she paid over $25,000 for an RV that was actually like she didn't know anything about like mechanics or cars or whatever, so it was like it wasn't running.
Did you consent to this purchase?
Basically,
Okay,
I
basically.
consented
What? Did you consent to this purchase? Basically, is that a yes?
to everything that she wanted
Oh,
and
okay.
just did it.
Oh no. No wonder he blames women, man. No wonder he's like blaming women. I'm like, bruh, she had you wrapped around the little finger and you just got manipulated and you're like smitten. I feel bad. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I'm like, oh man. Oh, why? Why would you?
Okay.
And then
So
she
why are
ordered
you
a
blaming
crap
her?
ton of takeout. I'm not blaming
But you
her.
just did
I'm-
again, and she ordered a crap ton
I
of
mean,
takeout.
that's what that's the reality of what happened.
Yeah, but
What
you
hap-
just
what
said you
happened was-
were agreeing and consenting to this. You didn't stand up and say like a word.
I mean, I was there. I didn't open the RV either.
Huh?
What? Excuse you? The lack of responsibility is astounding to me. Like, I completely understand, right? I understand that you're trying to kind of like please someone, right? And make them happy. But like at one point you have to go and realize, is it their fault that you just kept saying yes without checking anything? Without doing anything? Without thinking about what's happening? It's kind of like someone else lives your life, man.
like the hood. We should have checked under the hood.
Oh.
When we did, it was
Oh.
just covered in trash.
What, the RV?
Yeah.
You still have the RV?
No, we left it in some random parking lot and got out of there in like the
That's such
desert
a
of
weird life.
California.
What? Why? What? Why? Now I'm even more confused about their purchase. Like, how did they even purchase that?
Yeah, it was a weird time. We were like sweating in the
So
desert. of
$25,000
California.
left in the desert.
Yes, and then the rest was spent on like Airbnbs and takeout food, and then getting her.
She may have been an
legal
influence. Don't get me wrong. I'm
issues.
not saying like it wasn't. It was 100% your fault. I'm not saying that. But like you gotta have a little bit of a backbone. You're consenting to this whole thing. Like if you can't stand up at all for anything, what
Yeah, I mean,
is
I
that
think
what you mentioned at the beginning? Surrounding yourself with bad people. Is that what you mean? Her?
Yeah, her and.
But you
she's
did it.
exactly
You did it.
like
But you
people-
didn't
I
do
surrounded
anything.
myself with her.
Yeah, but you didn't say a word.
Right, which is what I had to learn from it. It's like now I'm surrounded by nobody, which is
$30,000 for someone that has negative dollars is a big learning lesson. Learning lessons.
Some
we don't
lessons are
wanna
bigger
be-
than others.
Yeah, but also I don't think you learned because you're about to do the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I moved to Puerto Rico from January to April of this year.
And that was probably also the dumbest thing
What?
I've ever heard in my life because
Puerto Rico! What? Why? This is wild, man. Don't get me wrong. It is very sad, right? That someone someone just turned their brain off for love or for thinking like just trying to be a people pleaser. Like who knows what issues they had, what therapy they needed for it, right? There are a ton of reasons why they fell into draft. It could have also been a targeted thing, but he had the money in his account for ages without knowing, so maybe not. But the fact that his learning lesson is don't trust women, I'm like, oh man. It's sad. It's sad that that's the lesson you learn instead of thinking about how you're spending your money, right? Like, sure, don't trust women, whatever. That's perfectly fine. But like, think about how you're spending your money, what you're spending your money on, what is happening, and how it's going away. Because that's still like an unresolved thing.
you
With
have nothing to show for it.
Right. I
Yeah, you moved
slept
there
on
with
the
nothing,
side
and how are we right now?
with nothing. And I slept on the sidewalk, and
What am
I just don't. I also
How'd you
like,
get to Puerto Rico?
I flew. I actually
How'd you pay
received
for
a little.
that?
I received a little bit of assistance,
Oh, okay. How?
Okay.
like a program that like offered to pay for my relocation.
What kind of program? What kind of
What?
program does that?
Program that
What
programs
was
that
the
help, like homeless people and stuff
Puerto Rico?
get
To
a
go
home.
to Puerto Rico?
Well, to go anywhere. It was like if you have a friend or loved one anywhere in the country, in the United States, they'll pay.
What
for
loved
your-
one was in Puerto
Oh
Rico?
Well, I
my
had a friend that I used to
god.
work with that moved to San Juan like 6 months earlier.
What? So this program, you could be like, I have a friend here,
Yeah,
and they will just fly you there.
yeah.
Well, obviously this didn't work because you're not there.
Well, yeah. So when I got there, like I had.
Did they know where you were going?
They knew I was going to San Juan.
Okay.
They yeah, and they knew I had a friend there, but they didn't.
Okay.
I don't guess they didn't know that. Well, with my 2 dogs, like I wouldn't be able to. Well, I didn't know for sure either. Like, she had roommates, and I couldn't stay with her, so I had to still figure it out on my own.
So wait, he flew there without checking in with that person first if they could stay? And they flew with 2 dogs? What?
I was trying to.
What am I listening to?
My mind is...
I absolutely hate
Oh, boy.
misinformation. I see it all the time in the finance world, and even worse in the news. All the bias and misinformation out there, sometimes I even have trouble knowing what's the truth. And that's why I've been using Straight Arrow News. SAN provides a free app and website dedicated to delivering unbiased and trustworthy news. They are here to give you the cold hard truth without spinning any narratives. They've been my go-to for staying on top of business and finance news and take weight off my shoulders knowing that they are committed to delivering nothing but the truth. When it comes to reading about the economy, they're
That
my
guy is
personal favorite to stay
something
up to date
else,
without
honestly.
interference from any political bias. This app is also super easy to use, and all my news is consolidated into one place. If you're tired of misinformation and bias as well, check it out today. Visit san.com/Caleb or click the link in the description below to not only support me, but a group of journalists that are raising the bar on news and committed to bringing you the truth. Stay fully informed and download the Straight Arrow News app today. I don't think you've grown up. I don't think you're an adult. It's like you were raised in a jungle.
I certainly spent my
Bongo,
last 2
bongo,
weeks in
bongo.
Puerto Rico in the jungle, eating coconuts and bananas and sleeping in a hammock under
No,
the
it
trees.
just reminds me of
I did connect to
Okay.
Tarzan
skinny
a lot.
version of Tarzan.
Yeah. It's Phil Collins' soundtrack.
Okay.
It's incredible.
All right.
I watched it as a kid.
Okay,
I
calm
think
down.
maybe it infested in my psyche a little too much.
Look.
Sure.
Okay. What would you give yourself on a financial score? 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best.
I think I'd put it on 2 scales or 2 different.
I just asked a simple question.
I mean,
on a scale I give.
Probably a 4.
You can invent your own scale, but answer a question based on my scale.
Probably a 4.
Okay.
All things considered that I experienced, like a 9 because I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky
9.
that I didn't have a kid with some psycho. I didn't my debt is fairly small.
You would be the psycho to have the kid with. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, you're just interesting.
I'm not
You're
ready to be a father. That is
yeah,
for
no.
sure. But I want to be.
You can
so
hardly take care of 2 dogs. You just left them for 3 months.
I didn't
wouldn't
leave them.
mind
They were
them.
with me.
Oh, they came
They've
to Puerto
had the
Rico?
time of their lives.
So
They're living in the
this-
jungle on the beach.
So this program paid for the dogs?
Mm-mm. I got assistance for that. I started to go.
Assistance how? I'm just trying to figure out how you paid for that.
He started a GoFundMe to move his dogs to Puerto Rico? Bruh. Oh, man.
Disappointed!
I agree. I have no words for this. First of all, what a waste of money. You have a GoFundMe. You can use that money to get yourself a place and start anew. Don't just travel somewhere where you have nothing set up and live on the beach eating coconuts. Oh, I feel so bad for his dogs, man. I'm like, what the hell did the dogs eat? Scraps? Did they just go begging and with 2 dogs, they'd share scraps? It's so sad.
For this.
I got a GoFundMe and people donated to help me get my dogs across. And then on the way back,
Just moocher.
I'm not.
You are a
I didn't know
moocher.
how long I'd be there. It
You
wasn't.
ever
it
worked
wasn't
for anything
fun.
in your life? I mean, the inheritances. I mean, it's fine. It's
I mean,
also
every
left
penny
for
I
you.
have, which may not be many pennies, I've worked for.
Do you
in my
have
life,
any
I guess.
pennies? You're in debt.
But I
I'm sure
worked
your
for
net
that.
worth is negative. You're borrowing from Dave.com.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think you're
so I met
getting
this guy at the
pennies.
dog park, and he was like, "Oh, just get Dave," and I was like, "All
Yes,
right."
the guy at the dog park. That's who we listen to.
This guy at the dog park. Seriously. Oh boy.
That's who was there.
You know, listen to the dogs next. Like, well, I don't know. Is that where we go?
Might
That
have a
would
better
be
idea of what to
wiser.
do than I do.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay. It's Capital One Quicksilver. It looks like you like almost paid it off, but you didn't because still like almost $5 of interest was accruing. Then you put on there $183. Now the credit limit is only $200. You started over the credit limit, which is insane. So like, what? Give us the story of this card. What is this to you? Because
so when I was in Puerto Rico, I was planning on paying off this thing, and then
this thing. Are you talking about this
the
card?
the credit card, yeah, the credit, and the job I had never processed my direct deposit paperwork, so they were giving me a cash check, and my bank didn't exist in Puerto Rico, and so all of my bank account that I pay this card from just ended up going to like negative $400, and I had like tons of cash in my pocket, so I was
What's
like,
tons of cash?
like $400 in cash,
Oh, you can
like enough
retire.
to get my account back to zero, but I couldn't actually get it in my account because
It is so wild to me, like here, right, where I live. We don't have the whole credit system. Here, most people will get a debit card. Very rarely you get a loan or a credit card. Like, it's not in our culture. It's not a thing. So it's so weird that people are like, we're spending money we don't have. And we're in debt. And we're juggling things. Like, what the heck, man? It's like, why is this even a thing?
because I didn't have a bank there, and my bank was only in Texas. And so that was, I learned something from that. It's like, if you travel, make sure you have access to your money in banks that exist there. Who would have known that?
Why'd you come back?
Well, as a musician, I had a show in Austin, and that ended up being, I was like, oh, cool.
much did you
And I had to pay over $400 just to fulfill the contract because I didn't sell
Because you
enough
had to come from-
tickets.
Oh
to,
no.
play the show. It was at Vulcan Gas Company, and
Sure.
it was by an organizer event.
Probably
that
like,
travels through
300
the
people
whole
in
country.
there if tightly packed.
There were
300-400?
none. They were like,
no, but that's what you could fit. Like if
Yeah.
like butt to butt.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
I've been there when it's full, yeah. There was like 10
Man.
total for everybody. So like no one.
So you had to pay Vulcan.
No, I had to pay the organizer of the event. They do different pop-ups around the country.
How the did you commit to this? How'd they get you? And then why'd you commit to something that, like, do people know you?
Damn, that is so bad.
Then how are you?
It was
How'd you get in
A
this
bit of
situation?
a blind judgment, I think, where I was,
Explain.
I was like, well, I'm from Austin, and this show's in Austin, and it'll be a nice little homecoming because people will show up because I don't live there anymore. And then I went, no one.
Who would show up?
Oh, but nobody. I'm going back to my town that nobody knows I am a part of. Oh, no one showed up. Yeah, I see no logical flaw in assuming people know you when you yourself say you are nobody. But, yeah.
I thought I had friends, but
Oh, okay. Well,
it didn't
I mean, that
pan
would
out.
require a lot of friends. I have
more
great
than
friends,
I thought.
but I have
yeah.
like 8.
Well, yeah, it was my
here.
first experience with like marketing my own show, and
Well,
I
are you
learned a
saying
lot
you have
from that, too.
300 close friends?
Well, no, I had to sell 35 tickets minimum, and I sold 11, which isn't bad. But the whatever that is, 30, 20, whatever, like I had to pay for those tickets myself.
Damn.
And
How'd
like
they find you? How did you get
it was a stupid
connected to
Facebook
this?
ad.
Why'd you sign? Oh,
I was like, oh, they play music. I do that.
why'd you sign this? Why did you sign this
was a
knowing
bad
the
idea.
Well, yes, I'm asking. You know that now. I'm trying to figure out why.
Oh,
you signed it.
man.
Because with what
I
you're
was
doing
like
with this
sleeping on
Philadelphia
the
thing.
sidewalk.
Normally, I know. One second. Normally, I wouldn't care as much about this because this already happened.
Mhm.
But with this thing you're doing to Philadelphia, your life plan, it screams like you're just gonna do something like this over and over and over and over again. So I need to know
I hear
the
that.
why.
Well, so
Because he
I
can't?
can understand
I
that. And I
guess.
think that a lot of people feel that I am doing the exact same thing I did when I left for Puerto Rico. But the difference is when I left for Puerto Rico, I was just overwhelmed about being in Austin. So like I was desperate, and I was like, I just got to get out of here.
Overwhelmed? Why?
I mean,
Please tell me why you're
I was born and raised here. I've
So?
had nothing but traumatic and bad experiences my entire life around.
What was traumatic?
I mean, like, I didn't have a healthy mother growing up. Didn't have healthy people.
I have
family.
to ask because I mean, so many people make excuses on the show. So what was
Right.
unhealthy? I need to make sure we're
Oh,
not making
boy.
excuses. If it's valid, it's valid. If it's not, it's not.
No, I mean I'm talking like abuse, like a physical. Drug violence.
Okay.
As
That is
in
valid.
and any type of abuse you can imagine. All
That
of
sucks.
the worst things that a parent can do to a child.
Okay.
And so like my dad also recognized that, and he got custody of me, and I
Good.
he was a good figure to look up to. And then right around the time that I was
Kind of sucks to carry
overcoming
trauma
the
from that.
like the emotional
That's rough.
impacts of what my mom put around me, he was getting cancer, and then I spent the next 2 years, like my first 2 years of high school, watching him shrivel up and
Gosh, early
die.
High school, yeah.
And then my stepmom convinced me that I had to keep his death a secret.
What?
Like I couldn't tell anybody. And then he died when
What? It, wh- what? This poor man definitely needs therapy. Like, he doesn't need to relocate. He needs therapy. He needs help to process and cope with the shit life and the shit cards that he was given. I guess like the stepmom was trying to like collect on the dad's pension or something.
when I was 16, I'll go back to junior year and pretend like he's home, like he's back home and everything's fine. None of my friends know, none of my teachers know. And for 2 years, I'm just like freaking
Why
out.
would
I'm
she
keeping
say that though? I'm so confused.
psychos out there. I don't know.
Okay.
It was like she was
Yeah, you see, the fact that like he doesn't exactly know why she did that, right? That's still an unprocessed trauma there. It's kind of like it's something that he also doesn't want to think about because a lot of the answers that he's giving on the show is like, I don't know, and then smiles and moves on. It's like, I don't know, with a face that says, I don't want to think about it.
He was saying that if it became known that my dad was gone, then my mom would find out. My mom would try to get custody of me and all this stuff. And it's like none of that is gonna happen within 2 years. While I'm also like at the age of 17, I can emancipate. There's a lot of evidence already in court against. Like it was just kind of unnecessary.
Okay.
But I believed her at the time, and so I did. I kept it all within, and that didn't help me. And so then all like she taught me how to shave. Like it did, none of it felt right. And so all the like adult conversations I would have been having with my dad, I didn't get to have. And then
That's
just
it's sad
my best
to not
friend,
have a
I
figure.
had one friend in high school who helped me kind of through that loss. And then he passed away in a single car accident like at 22, a few years after high school. And so then I like had nobody, and I just became kind of like a floating sack of meat that just floated along and tried to just exist.
Honestly, that type of like withdrawal slash I don't know if I'd call it depression because I'm not like a medical professional or a licensed person, right? But it sounds like he was just at a point where he just kind of turned off and went auto mode, which kind of explains why someone can just take advantage of him with the RV. If you don't think, if you're just there to people please and you're just like happy to be liked by someone and appreciated, and you can do something nice for them. He does need professional help. He really does. Like, it is sad. Like, life sucks. Sometimes you're dealt really shitty hands.
And didn't do a good job of it. And things just kind of went downhill from there. And so I feel like the last few years were me like,
he's not a kid anymore. However, like, some people don't really do a lot of like self-reflecting and also he blames others. Like he's been blaming others for a very long time, right? So at that point, he doesn't see that he's not a kid, right? It's easy to say toughen up, grow up, or just like do better when you're not in that situation, where you're not blinded like that. But when your belief is that people are using and abusing you, right? Which has been repeated in his life a bunch of times. First his mother, then his stepmother, then like his girlfriend, right? He doesn't like, he's not a kid. However, he keeps going through those patterns without like getting any help to get out of that pattern. It's rough. It's a situation where like, it's not necessarily that he's dumb, it's just he keeps going back to his old roots. He keeps going through the exact same patterns. He's stuck.
The peak of me, like, just being stupid and idiotic and childlike, and then
So because
realizing
of all of that,
We
you
don't-
escaped Austin to go to Puerto Rico. You felt like you had to escape.
right. And also, like, nobody does well where they're from. I don't know any, like, I was
That's
making
way overgeneralization. That's not even
Wow.
close to true, but okay.
name me one person, name me
Himself.
somebody who has done well in their hometown.
So
Where's he from?
North Carolina. What
But
is
his
it,
whole thing is
Greensboro?
online. He has an online platform. I'm talking like,
What? But he built a massive company. What are you talking about?
but like he has fans all over. Like, was it his fan base began where he is?
That doesn't matter to what you said.
why would it matter? Like, wait, oh man.
That no one's been successful where they're from.
In there, not just
Well,
where
my
they're
parents
in.
are doing well in the town they're from.
That sounds
They've
like
built
he
good
wants
careers. My dad
entertain-
has a
to be
successful
liked
business
by
now.
people around
career,
him.
or like for
Well, you didn't
performing?
say in entertainment.
Yeah.
You keep moving the goalposts.
What about socially? Are they socially normal? Are they like they have friends and stuff? I can't
Yes.
relate.
They just
I-
went on
Oh,
a great
man.
vacation.
I
with
live
their
in a
friends.
town where tourists
Oh.
come every single day, every single hour.
Buddy, this is
and they're like,
yes, tourists come to Austin, but it's not,
And-
it's
and-
not
and
like
everyone I
LA or
meet-
New York.
it is though.
No, it's
Everyone
not.
I meet is like, oh, I just got here last month, and it's the best place I've ever been in my life. And
Yes, people
everyone
like
is
visiting.
everyone. No, they live, and I'm never leaving, and I got all these show opportunities, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm like, cool. I've been here my entire life, and nobody acknowledges my existence.
Yeah, he's craving someone to like give him the attention and love that he wants, right? And that he deserves as a person. But he is stuck in a victim mentality, unfortunately. Like it's something that you're stuck in it, so like he's not gonna be able to snap out of it without help of going through the motions with someone that can like professionally help. It's just he's saying, right, like can't even acknowledge the fact that other people have friends, because to him it's a weird notion, because like, well, it doesn't happen to me. People aren't nice to me. People just use me, right? So for him, he doesn't even see others having something. He doesn't believe it.
Have you done anything?
I'm everywhere.
What?
I've done everything.
Have you done anything notable that would have other people acknowledge your existence? I'm sorry. This is gonna sound rude.
Well,
You are-
define notable.
This is gonna sound rude, but you are not entitled to that. You actually have to achieve something. You have to do something. You have to put into the work, and then you can be acknowledged. For
I
it.
agree, but what is notable? Like, define notable.
No, define. Okay.
Have I?
I don't agree with the fact that you have to do something notable to be acknowledged, or that you don't deserve to be acknowledged. Like, I understand what he means from a perspective of a career, right? Like, yes, you do need to do something to be acknowledged. You do have to put in the work for people to recognize and acknowledge. But like, just being like, you know, a person, right? Like, I don't know, you're in the park with your dogs and you have a mutual dog owner that you hang out with and chat with, right? Like, they're just meeting up every now and then, hanging out, talking, blah blah blah. That person can acknowledge you without their needing for you to do anything except showing up. But I guess like the bare minimum is showing up. I guess.
Define notable.
Notable means worthy of attention or notice. Remarkable.
What have you done that's remarkable?
Wow.
I
Savage.
don't know. Is that something I can even decide? Or I can even declare?
Well,
I don't think I've done anything that I think is remarkable. Like, that is such a weird question to ask of someone. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have not done anything that's remarkable. To other people, some might think it is, but like, when you ask me, what did you do that's remarkable? I'm like, nothing. To me, nothing I did is remarkable. Does my perspective matter in this? because I think it's skewed asking someone that question as a person. Your YouTube channel, you're a VTuber with a fan base is remarkable. To other people, yes. To myself, no, right? Like someone asking me that, right? Like what did you do that's remarkable? There's like nothing for me, right? Like from my angle and perspective, I would reply to that question in a heartbeat with nothing. There is nothing that I have done that is remarkable, that is like special, that is notable, that is like something out of the ordinary, right? I can name a bunch of people that have done remarkable things. I'm just like, whoa. Oh, most of the people in Austin are out to make a name or career for themselves, not make friends. Understandable. Remarkable is showing up, having a pleasant conversation, not pissing people off, and going home on better terms. So being ordinary? Oh. 5 hours and then I can't. Okay, that is remarkable. True.
Well, I guess the audience would decide.
And
Your
apparently
fans.
the answer is no.
The answer is do your barks. Yeah.
There you go.
But
So why would they then?
But everywhere I go, every time I leave Austin, I'm notable.
Yeah, to how many people?
Everybody I meet, everybody, and I.
Oh, come on! Are you telling me if you go to Puerto Rico, everyone's gonna show up? The whole San
Everyone that I
Juan's gonna be
met.
like, "Woo!
I
He's
mean,
back!
this-
Let's go!"
Maybe. Haven't done it.
You spent your 2 weeks, like your last 2 weeks in Puerto Rico. You said that you spent it in the forest with, like, eating coconuts and bananas on your own with your dogs, and now you're like, maybe people will clap for.
Gotta find out.
I don't want to shit on your dreams, but you're just sounding a little delusional with this and a little entitled.
He does sound
Yeah, I
delusional
don't know that
with
I agree
that.
with the
Saying that no
entitlement.
one else makes it in their city. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, that is
Austin's a city
everything's a
that you can make it.
generalization. Every
Like
statement is.
musicians in Austin live lives by performing. Do they become famous? Not necessarily.
I was
but
born and raised here, and every single musician that I've known that was also born here moved to Leander. Like
Also, Austin.
none of
Yeah,
them
you
were
don't
the-
know
Even
everyone,
though we're
though.
the 11th most populated city in the country, we're the 15th most visited by tourists.
We're
So
also
you're wrong.
number 5 on the list of cities that people are leaving the most, which is a recent study that came out in the last year.
Great. So
You know the part that I don't understand is like, who the fuck cares, man? Who cares that other people didn't make it? Who cares that other people left? Who cares that other people visit? What does that have to do with you and your life and your narrative? That's just like not living your life and just looking at what other people do and going like, I need to do that to be someone. That's just fallacy, man.
that completely contradicts what you were saying there at the beginning.
I'm saying that nobody likes it here because it's too, like, there's so many reasons. It's not the place
Nobody
to be
likes it
anymore.
here? What are you talking about?
Generally, if we're generalizing, it's number 5 on the list of people are leaving. People are recognizing that
No.
whatever
We
the
had a
advertisement
massive-
for
okay.
Austin is
This doesn't matter to the conversation.
It
But
doesn't.
to be clear, just like any
Damn.
COVID boom city where we had an insane amount of people move here, yes, all of those cities
But that's
are
been
having
true
a
my whole
little bit
life.
of
I've been here
No, it
for
hasn't.
20. Yes, every year it's been like, oh, Austin's number 2 or number 1 on the most moved to cities in Texas, in America. It's the fastest growing city. Blah, blah. And
Yes.
now it's
And why is he looking every single year at those stats? Ow.
suddenly like, nope, it's not growing
So
anymore.
that's not true your whole life. It's just now because after the COVID
for the
boom-
first time in 29
yes,
years.
every city, almost every city that had the big COVID boom has experienced the same analytics.
But not every city before the COVID boom
This doesn't
was
matter.
growing.
This doesn't matter. I care about you. What are you talking? Okay.
In the
I don't see
same
what this
way.
doesn't matter. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to
I'm
say?
just
How about
saying.
you try- how
I'm
about
just
you
saying
try to
that
tell me what you're trying to say.
I think it's very important for me, even if it's just temporary for a year, for 2 years, whatever, that I get out of Austin.
You already did.
Maybe not other
For
people.
6
They
months.
can sit in their boxes and work their career jobs and be
You know how
happy
entitled that is? I
with
mean,
that.
that-
But like,
that-
I can't.
Okay. So what are you gonna do then? What's your plan? I'm gonna pretend that's not an entitled position because you
Oh,
think you
boy.
deserve to make it. But
I don't
okay.
deserve anything.
Okay, cool.
I
So
think
then
that
what's
I'm
the plan?
capable of it.
Okay, what's the plan then?
I'm going to DC and performing at the Kennedy Center in a play
Are
as a
gonna be
lead
2
role.
people there as well?
No, it's a the local theater festival that happens every year, and it's a whole industry
Okay.
dinner
How'd you get into
reception
that?
afterwards. I applied to I applied to the role that was listed, and
Yeah.
then I got asked to audition with the actual script, and then I sent in a videotape reading the script, and got the role. And
Okay.
Most things, a lot of things that I've applied to, I've gotten the role because of the fact that I can play any role and fit into any dynamic because I feel like I've already lived it. And I think that from
What? Okay, how much is this paying? I'm gonna cheer that on. If you got a role, that's sick. I love that. That's
Yeah.
great. Trust me, I'm not against you as an existence.
Yeah.
It's just what you've been talking about has not been like reality so far, but
understand.
that's like a real thing. So what are you
Oh
getting paid?
man.
I'm making $250 for a one-time table read, and then there's the potential they want to turn it into a movie and go from there, or whatever. But for this specific gig, I'm making $250, and then I'm setting up other projects in and around Philadelphia or New York or whatever to work outside of that. And I already am.
Does he even need to move there for that though? Because like, if they only need a script reading, it's like you could probably just do that online. Ah, man. Like that definitely does not feel worth it.
What's your pay for this position?
$250.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm. Also, I was fact checking you because it's important. Number one for 2023 and 2024 so far in terms of cities that people are leaving: Los Angeles number 1, Chicago number 2, Brooklyn number 3, Queens number 4, 5 Miami-Dade County, 6 Brooklyn, 7 Anaheim, California, 8 Pasadena, California, 9 San Diego, California, 10 San Jose, California. Austin's not on the top 10 list.
Well,
Okay. So
Ooh, the middle
it's
finger.
fine. Whichever article says that Austin's number 5, and just like anything else on the
oh,
internet,
if you
can-
go confirm
whatever
your own
narrative, whatever
thing.
statistics, whatever scientific formula you want to put around it, you'll find the answer you're looking for. That's the issue with the internet. But
I think that's the issue with
I
how
think-
you use.
Yeah, that's the issue with the internet. You literally confirm your bias, and now you're using it to what? Defend your bias?
you go out and talk to real people every day too, instead of just
Oh, that's how we get.
reading.
That's how we learn things.
I mean, you go
anecdotal
outside.
data.
Yeah, you
That's
go outside and you actually
great.
meet real people.
That's what
and
an
you get a
educated
different-
human person does.
Yeah,
That's
you live in the
fantastic.
real world. You can live in that box and get a totally
What an
different.
absolute joke. Just
Wow.
just stop. That's stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
All that's gonna die eventually, and we're gonna like be sitting
Computers.
around. Yeah, technology, satellites.
Okay.
Oh boy. Let me put my tinfoil hat
See,
too.
but
coming.
this is actually concerning, huh?
Stone Age is coming. We're gonna have to know how to like make fires.
But
in
this
the
is concerning.
forest.
This is actually your worldview, which is impacting what you're doing.
No, it's
That's why you're so
It's not
here.
impacting what I'm doing. I'm
How?
living because I'm still living in the world that is like what it is today.
But I
and
don't
I'm
think you
reaping-
actually care as much to improve it based on the world because you actually believe those things in
Ooh,
your
ah.
bone, which
think
is
that-
so indicative of your financial situation.
That's fair. I think that the last few years it was impacting my decision making a little too much. But now I realize that there's a strong benefit to what we have available.
So what
here.
has changed?
I like conspiracy theories aside of tech dying and we going back to the Stone Age and what else belief he has. How the heck do you just like go, yeah, I talk to real people and real people tell me that they're leaving Austin. Did they survey everyone in Austin? It's like no way you put that much effort into like validating your opinion. Oh, what have I missed so far? Nothing. Delusion.
Well, I need to like take advantage of the resources that
Sure.
exist.
What changed though to make you say that?
Failure and humility. Like I've been humbled by being a arrogant, like thinking I know more than I do
What?
in reality. Like
What?
I've
Okay.
been freaking wrong.
Well, you got a $250 gig. That's
Yeah,
good. They're paying for travel and living expenses, right?
partially
Oh, how much?
half.
So they're giving you $250 plus.
Lodging half of the cost of my Airbnb.
How much is the other half going to cost?
Around $250.
What? So he's making nothing to play. He's doing it for free?
Wanted to get dirty again. Dirty money is back, and this time you're gonna be
This freaking
lady in
ad
the
break,
streets,
man.
freak in the sheets.
It
And
was
you know
very
who you
needed.
Usually meet in those sheets. I'm personally into BBWs, budgeting, bonds, wealth. And this sexy merch is only
I
available
see.
through the end of this month, and then it's going away. So to give you a little extra sweet treat, we're bringing back the classic dirty money as well. BDSM, sluts for index funds, finance daddy. If this isn't for you, you can eat my assets because I am myself an assets man. Go to calebhammer.com/dirty to check it out before these designs go away at the end of this month. The first 50 purchasers over $35 get a signed and framed photo of your favorite asset, a Hammer dump truck.
It's a springboard. Sometimes you gotta.
I need to breathe after the ad, man. Oh, man. Oh, the ad was incredible. I needed that in my life.
Hop on the springboard and allow it to.
Yeah, I've
Bounce.
just legitimately talked to over a dozen of people just like you.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, just that springboard has not worked. I'm not saying
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't work for most people.
exactly, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to crush your dreams.
Yeah.
It's just we can go about these things in a smart, educated, strategic way to be safe. If you had an I did not allow myself to quit my adult job to do YouTube full time till I had a year's worth of an emergency fund. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give this my all.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quit my job until like I had enough money to survive for at least a year on that money to have a cushion to fall back on while also having a master's degree. Oh, like I went full time like what 8 years ago. But like again, I didn't go full time. I didn't like just go without head first because like I knew I was gonna be successful because spoiler alert, some months I earned $100 the entire month. That's it. Like you're not gonna instantly go from like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna ride this wave and it's just gonna constantly grow and there's no way that I will lose something or go downwards. A lot of people don't have that like safety nest, right? Like the funds, right, for emergency stuff.
Because I was able to stockpile. I went about it in a mature way.
Hi,
No bad
Pascal.
debt, and then pursued it like a full-on business.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing this like a hobby, just having fun, traveling around. You don't have any savings to your name and you have debt.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how we do this. And that's why a lot of people fail because they have to get back to reality quicker because you don't set yourself up for success. I know you want to rush into this. It makes sense. You want
I
this.
see Pascal.
I want it for you too. Give yourself the best shot to get there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm being a dick, but I do want you to succeed.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to not challenge your worldview because your worldview is idiotic. But, it's not out of hating you.
Yeah. I'm not trying to like repeat patterns. But
It's good for
I
him
just-
that he's like at least
regardless of
acknowledging
anything, I would be leaving Austin.
he was
Whether I had-
repeating patterns.
I would be figuring out a way to leave
Stop
Austin.
touching the table and I'll make you leave Austin in a body bag.
I will be
Stop
focused
crying on the
on
microphone.
establishing that consistency and patience and taking the time and dedication and hard work that it takes to set myself up
But you
successfully
refuse to,
after I leave Austin.
But you have to work in the arts according to you.
After.
No,
seems like-
no. I'm open to.
Why does it have to be Philadelphia?
It doesn't.
Okay, but that's what you already decided.
I mean, things can change. Things can change all the time.
I'm sorry, guys.
might
37
have a-
minutes into the recording. I don't know what your timestamp is, but we haven't done. Let me at least go through the Quicksilver. I know I can get lost in the sauce sometimes. So again, $5 of interest agreement. It's not crazy, but you put a, the balance is $190 on a $200 credit limit. You started the balance over the credit limit.
Yeah, it's partially because I bought a guitar right after I paid it off, and I swore I wasn't going to spend any more money on music, and then I found this $99 guitar, and I was like, well, I'm playing it.
I see a charge of $159 from Guitar Center.
That was because it was partially on a different card. I think I paid $50
Huh?
on the debit card, and then the rest on
Well,
the
you said it was
credit.
$99 or something.
Well, I got a case because I was like, I need to protect it.
You went in a store, got some bullshit. 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 And Grande H2.
I like how he just calls
Water.
it bullshit.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Oh, that's what HGO is. Oh, interesting. Who would have thought?
It is. It's cheaper than buying a gallon.
Any chance? Yeah, you brought your van here, right? You got here with the van that you're like Do everything out. Do you
He's
have your
about
guitar
to
with you?
lose it, man.
It's back
Okay,
up.
let's at
Oh,
least test
no.
your talents. Can you
Oh,
test your
no.
talent for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give us something. Give us something. Go ahead.
Oh,
You
boy.
go ahead and get it, yeah. Let's see.
There we go.
And you, the audience, let him know in a genuine, honest way, not to. I know we can get a little cranky in the comment sections. In a genuine, honest way.
I know we can get a little cranky in the comments. Says the guy that's literally roasting him alive and calling him dumb. And yeah. Yeah.
If you think it's good, encourage him to pursue this in a financially smart way. If you think it's bad, also let him know. This isn't an honest zone. This is a truth zone.
Yeah, I don't mind his ruthless manner. Like, I am brutally honest, and sometimes I come across as a complete asshole for like just being honest with people and not sugarcoating my words. Because sometimes, like, some people need you to not sugarcoat your words, and other times people will be like, "I'm so offended because you didn't do that." And I'm like, I don't care. Oh, so I can relate to him in that regard.
Well, look, I recognize that my financial success isn't going to come from music. What I started realizing is like,
Oh boy, he's starting off with a disclaimer, guys.
music is what I do for me.
So what's your financial success going to come from?
Performing and like acting. Like,
Okay, and how many acting gigs have you ever gotten?
I've been pursuing acting for less than 2 months, and I've gotten over 5, over 4, and I've made more money from acting than I did in 10 years.
How much have you made?
Almost 1,000.
Okay, that means that
That's not bad, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's been his 10 years were a failure, but that's not bad, honestly. Like, he's for 2 months, he's like been putting himself out there and doing like small time things, but at least he's trying, right? At least he's doing. It could be a lot worse.
Listen, I feel like I'm walking into like a youth campground right now, but just go ahead.
What?
You tell me.
Okay.
Are you gonna sing?
You want me to?
Yeah, I want you to give us your all. Give us your all.
My all. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't hire him. But I might give him a penny if he was in a public area that I was crossing by.
Been so certain, ain't been learning. Oh, ain't been learning, and I'm certain.
His voice doesn't sound bad,
I'm
honestly.
certain something's ruined. Something's ruined.
Is there a more interesting
What do
song?
I know?
Ooh.
Well, so I taught myself ukulele last year, and I'm teaching myself guitar.
Well, I mean,
right now.
Yeah,
you're
he's like-
your vocal thing. You're just doing the same vocal phrase over and over again, even if with different words. So give me a little bit of vocal range here. Give me something that does a little different vocals.
He's basically
I think one of the strings. Is
not
out of tune,
bad,
maybe
but
fingers
like-
off.
No,
Okay.
it is. Yeah. I didn't.
I wouldn't go and say I'll make a living off of that. Maybe online, but he
Vocal
hates
range.
technology, so I'm
vocal
like,
range.
eh.
I'm a baritone.
Yeah, within the baritone range. Give me some, just your range. I'm not talking about go soprano and cut off your balls. This is where I push the red button going, eh!
That's fair.
Do a song!
I
Buddy, you want to do this for a living. Come on.
I'm, you know.
He's being put on the spot, so he's like,
name
lost
the song.
it.
Oh, Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
I don't even know who or what that is. I never heard.
I
of
like
that
how the
before.
guy recording is laughing.
Espresso. Espresso. In the morning, I drink espresso. That's pretty good, right?
I don't think you're a singer.
No, I mean,
I'll be critical. I don't think you're a singer. I think the guitar probably, maybe. I don't know. You're kind of just playing.
Espresso, espresso. I don't drink it in the morning. Oh man, sleep well called.
A few little riffs over and over again, but it's kind of what it comes down to in different ways.
I realize that.
Okay, yeah, but vocally, I don't think you have vocals. I don't have vocals either. Don't get me wrong.
Singers have vocals.
I'm tone deaf, so
Comedy.
I'm like,
No, that doesn't make any sense to me. All right, thanks. Yeah, hit my table. Why don't you do that? Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna die, man, from this. Oh, hit my table. Maybe that's what I should do to my cats as well. Every time they bang on the microphone or they do something, I'm like, oh yeah, whack that microphone. Like right now. You're gonna get tail slapped in a second, chat. Maybe. Is he nice about it? Oh, he put his tail down.
Do it some more.
He's a tough guy.
Wonderful. And the card's at 30.74% interest rate. Okay, buds. Dave, extra cash account statement. Oh, good. You were like overdrafting, so it brought money in to your other accounts. And okay. So yeah, overdraft. That's insane. Express fees, overdraft, and tips. Oh, that's good. That's good. This is insane. Extra cash overdraft, $75. Fees, $50.
I'm gonna sound clueless, but can someone explain what the fuck overdraft is? To someone that doesn't know the English word? Like, I'm pretty sure I know what overdraft is, but like, not in English. Not in that word. Oh, you don't have the money to cover it, so they charge you for it. I see. They charge you extra for it? You pulled more out of it than you had. How is that different than credit? I say. Most times they don't, at least mine. Yeah, I mean, here we, like, I have a debit card, so like this never happens to me for obvious reasons. I've never had a credit card. I do know of credit cards and of credits, but like, yeah. You can use overdraft, but you're charged a fee every time you use it. It's like a penalty. Ah. It's like really bad credit. Okay. So it's credit, but worse. Okay.
$15 tips.
Thank you.
$3.75. That's what a joke. And you've only put well, it's at 0 right now. Well, at least at the time of the statement.
Yeah, see? I stopped taking extra cash.
Oh, you better stop. But it was see. Well, how are you financially going to get there?
So basically, he doesn't even care what ATM he's using, and he's using ATMs while having a fee on those ATMs. Because, like, here, I know what ATMs I can use without being charged a fee, and which ones have low fees and stuff like that. And you kind of get notified of the fees as well. It's like, oh, that's rough. That is rough.
Because you also got to...
He's digging his own grave.
Show?
Yeah, so I gotta like save up $500 to pay for gas to get.
Okay, so we're sinking $750 into this $250.
Yeah.
So far, plus food, plus.
Oh,
think about
Jesus
learning a
Christ!
trade, that I can do.
What the are you? Yeah, sure. Yeah, go into trades. I don't think you'll make it through trade school to save your life.
No,
Let me
not
see those
trade
hands.
school, huh?
Nothing.
I'm gonna like be a poker dealer or something. Something I can do at night.
Poker dealer. Oh man, I. Why is he spending $750 to get paid $250 to do something? This is literally the we're paying you an exposure scam, just in real life. And he's willing to do it when he has no money and 2 dogs to sustain and himself.
Just like make some things and then do projects.
Make some things. As we have life figured out. Success.
I mean,
I feel like it's a waste, but I will gift you a certification from Course Careers if you ever want it. It's great. Tech certifications, things like accounting for adults. I don't think you'll ever touch it, but I'll touch it. Bring that up for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. Hard
Take care,
I'm glad
Tenente.
you didn't get approved for that. Oh, I think you did. Credit cards. There's that credit card. You have Credit Karma? thing?
Yes, that
What
was.
is that?
I got
What's
that
Credit
recently.
Karma?
What is it?
I don't really even know.
Do you use it?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What?
It's like a debit card and a spending account and a savings account and some sort
Is it
of
like a charge card? I bet it's
credibility.
like. Is it like the Fizz card?
I don't
Do
know.
they
What?
use it
I
like
have it.
that?
It's like an own bank account. It's like an online bank account.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see it because I don't have a statement for that.
I
No. I want to see the account.
Oh.
I want to see the card. I don't give a shit about the card. What am I gonna do with the card?
It's got $0 on it. It's pretty valuable.
But is it credit? Because it's
Did he just say that the fact that he has $0 on his card is valuable? Oh dear Lord, what is happening in the US? Credit Karma is a finance app. I see. Credit management bank. Oh boy.
being reported.
Hi,
No,
PRD.
it's-
But this is through the Credit Karma app.
Right.
You went to school. I see some university 2019 thing, but it was
No,
closed.
that was just the name of the thing for my car at the time. It's just the name of the bank, University Federal Credit Union. I was
Oh,
paying off my the card.
Parking.
car.
Is this gas? $30. 7-Eleven. Would that be gas? $30?
Yeah,
Because it's flat.
yeah.
I bet you also went into HEB and got some bullshit. And then you got declined. Something declined $30 there.
Oh
More gas.
man.
Right.
Right. Oh, good. This is fantastic. Wonderful. I'm cranky right now. I don't.
You want some matcha?
Oh, I'm cranky right now. Bruh, I mean, it's been 45 minutes, and all we have is a sad life story, which sucks for him. He was dealt a bad hand. Him blaming other people and needing therapy, and then extremely dubious decisions of taking on jobs to further his career.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
He is about to lose it, yeah.
This place is pretty nice. You know,
Thank you.
there's a
Are you gonna move here?
aside from maybe squatters' rights, right?
Not in Texas.
There's a
I'll go buy a gun from across the street.
aside from the chains and whips over there, I feel pretty safe.
I wish.
Hi, teens.
This place would be much more fun as a kink zone than hosting whatever you
It's
are.
got the lighting.
Okay. What is in collections? What is this?
It is.
Because it's $1,395.
Yeah, so before I left Austin the first time, I broke my lease early, which was a terrible idea.
Oh
Um,
boy.
And then they charged us for a full month of rent after we had already kind of paid, and we
Just a
never got
full,
paid. So I'm
just
working
a full month of
the
rent.
second I have an extra $13.95, I'm gonna
You know, if
get
you
it off credit.
work the job, man. I could get you to financial
I think if I had worked a job like a long
fucking
time
just
ago,
Normalness.
A long
Quick,
time
you have
ago.
No idea.
like
Dude, like, the best time to start something was ages ago. The next best time is right now, man. Right now. Like, no, if I worked at one point, no, go and fucking, I don't know, scan tomatoes for the lady at the corner. Oh my God.
a year ago, and I just dedicated
What was
6
it?
months.
Yes.
But I was too hung up on the fact that I had to go like do something and be something or something.
Can I see that wallet again? It looked really weird. Can I see? If you don't have an insane weird wallet like this and you have an interesting story and want help with your finances, feel free to apply to be on the show. CalebHammer.com/apply.
Bruh. What is that wallet? I don't want to diss like his own personal looks and beliefs, but goddamn, that is small. That is such a small wallet, man. Like, it's kind of like a lady's purse level. It's like, what do you have there? Cards and that's it? Like some different cards? That's the entire thing you have?
I think it was $5.
Great. Looked free.
It was handmade or something.
Oh, checking account. Okay, sure. What do we have in here? $206. There's actually money in here.
Maybe, yeah. Something like that.
Every business needs a website.
Ah.
It's the first impression valuable potential customers see online. But so many websites are poorly designed, turning those
Yes,
precious
they
eyes
are.
away from your business. Luckily, the sponsor of today's episode, Durable, is here to solve that problem. Durable is the
They're
number
durable,
one
huh?
AI website builder and business
It
platform
just makes
for
me think
entrepreneurs.
of
Whether you're a
preservatives,
seasoned
sorry.
pro or just starting out, Durable
that
makes
name.
it ridiculously easy to build a stunning website in just 30 seconds. And guess what? You don't need any coding or design skills. I mean, if I can do it, you can too. With Durable, you can create a website for free, make sure everything is just right, and pay when you're ready to launch.
Yeah, it was kind of
Yep,
like a
you
coin
heard that right.
purse.
Just head over
Texas,
to
it was tiny.
durable.co/Caleb to start building. Once you're ready to publish, use my code Caleb30.
I like how chat's so happy about
That's
the
right,
ad
30%
break.
off. What I love about Durable is how customizable everything
This
is.
video is
AI creates all
literally
the images,
killing
content, and overall
chat.
design creation for you, and you can go in and customize to your liking. Plus,
Hi,
with tools like
Kilo.
the AI CRM and AI blog builder, managing your business has never been easier. So stop making stupid taquito excuses and take control of your financial future. Go to durable.co/Caleb to try Durable for free and use code Caleb30 to get 30% off any plan for 3 months. Trust me, use Durable and step up your website game today. Why are you here?
You know the funny part about the ad is like, why would I do that? Because it would cost me more than actually hiring someone to properly do it. But yes, endure, chat, be durable.
For sake, why are you here?
Because I don't even know like the first thing about financial guidance
Okay.
and
What do you want?
a clearer
Freedom!
path forward.
Will you listen to me?
Yeah.
You seem so ready for what you already have planned.
I mean, I think that I'm going to do what
I don't
can,
think
but
he
I'm also
seems
going
ready.
to listen to you and find a way to mesh both worlds together.
So essentially, I need to come up with a way to make your plan not as dumb as it already is.
Possibly, if that's
Lovely.
what you're down for.
Well, I think
hear
that's
you out.
because if I make up a plan that is actually smart, I don't think you'd follow it, meaning it's kind of pointless. So I might have to adapt
Sad.
it to you to at least make sure you get any kind of help, or else there's no point of this.
That's fair. I think so.
Went inside, got some BS. Dave Inc. Taco Bell. Oh, this is great for someone that doesn't make any money.
I mean, yeah, it's cheap.
Grande H2O. Okay, what is this Grande H2O?
It's cheap. Are you guys at the point where like cooking your own meals is more expensive than eating fast food? Because if yes, damn.
It's like
What are
one
you doing?
of them water stations outside of the
Oh, so
HEB.
you get like a
So you
big
get
thing?
2 gallons for like $1
Do you
instead
not
of
have
going
water at your
inside.
apartment?
Huh? No, I don't have any. Where I'm living right now is on my cousin's property with no plumbing. I live in a broken down trailer.
Where do you poop?
I drive to HEB. That's why I'm always there.
No
Don't ask questions you don't answers to, man.
way.
Yeah, I have.
You have to poop
I
so you
have
get in the car. How far are you away from an
10
HEB?
minutes. So when I wake up some mornings,
Wow.
it's cutting it close. I'm like, I may
Yeah.
have to dig a hole today, but so far I haven't.
I would have to because I have about 5 minutes from when I feel it to when
Yeah.
I'm like running.
I'm a
Yeah.
little more on top of it.
I respect it.
Yeah.
How
I don't
did
know
we
what's
get
wrong
to a
with
poop thing?
But if I,
Especially after all
that's
the
where I
Taco
brush
Bell
my
you eat.
teeth. Yeah. Well,
You brush your teeth. You're kind of homeless, but you're not homeless. It's weird.
yeah.
True, I
know.
am Goose.
It is
Also,
weird.
you need to wear sunscreen.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
like sunscreen, but yeah, I hear you.
Well, you're 29,
Aloe
but
vera.
I'm seeing signs of like sun aging.
I have cancer.
Oh my
do?
god.
No, I don't know. I thought I was asking.
Oh.
You're a doctor, right?
How would it?
Dr. Hammer.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to be funny. That's fun. That's great. Okay.
My dad died of cancer, so
What kind?
it's like a really rare form called goblet cell carcinoid that has only had like 600 cases ever in the world.
Wow, that's wild. Like, I'm sorry, that sucks.
No, it's not.
So maybe we
happens.
wear sunscreen to avoid getting skin cancer, or at least
Maybe.
avoid. You're, I mean, dude, you got things going for you. You're skinny. You're tall.
You know, I like the fact that this is a financial audit where somehow we ended up not doing any financial auditing almost. And on top of that, he's now so pissed and annoyed that he's nitpicking at the guy's hygiene habits. You want him to spend money on sunscreen now? Bruh, he already doesn't have money. You want him to take care of his skin properly? I mean, I get it. Sure, the guy wants to be an actor, so technically sunscreen is a good option. But like, I think he has bigger issues now.
All right. How tall are you?
6'2".
Okay. Yeah. So you got things going for you that I'm jealous of. Like, I wouldn't be able to work on the height. I could get, fit, but whatever. You're.
Man, I wish
so,
I could gain weight.
May is well. Okay, shut up. May is well.
Oh, that's me, man. That's literally me. I'm like, I can't gain weight. Oh, I'm always underweight, and people are like, "Are you okay, Paws? You sound like you're dying or you're anorexic." Meanwhile, me, I'm like, I'm fine. Stop. Just because I'm 40 kilograms doesn't mean I'm freaking dying.
Well, not look 40
Right.
when you're 32. So wear some sunscreen, buddy, because I see signs of aging on there. I don't think the cameras pick it up because they don't pick it up as like close as I do, but you got some sun aging going on. Okay?
All right.
Just looking out. Taco Bell, and that's another reason why I'm surprised you're able to make it 10 minutes. And then you're back going in for BS. Every time you go to HEB, you're just like getting some like $3 like snack and drink.
Yeah, I've tried not to. Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
kinda
do it
fun.
every
I'm
day
like,
of your
I'm
life,
there.
so I don't.
Yeah.
Damn.
YouTube Mush Mountain View. Oh, that's where it's from. So is that YouTube Premium?
It was. Yeah. I don't have it. Well,
Have you canceled your subscriptions?
yes. Just recently.
Taco Bell, very good buys, $5.
Yeah, man, I got these sandals. It's a thrift store in Fort Worth. $5. Been wearing them almost every day since.
Not the face.
Almost every day since. Oh, so
Dave,
wow,
Dave, going in, getting some BS. Hopped out of you can't afford.
Jesus Christ, he got $14 of snackos? Bruh.
Hopped out of you,
man.
Dave.
No, I promised a friend I'd buy her lunch.
Yeah, you
and
can't afford your lunch or her
You
lunch.
promised someone
don't make
lunch
money.
when
It
you have
happened
no
that
money?
day,
You
but
didn't.
not
You're
the
further
next
into
day.
debt. You spent more than you made. So
Yeah, that's
Incorrect.
true. Yeah, that's fair.
going in, getting some BS. Going in, getting some BS. You filled up
Buck East for $46?
some water. Taco Bell. I understand filling up water in situations. Fine. So I'm actually not going to call that out when I see that. Taco Bell. Going in, getting some BS. Dave. Going in, getting some BS. Going in, getting some BS. Going in, getting
Jesus
some BS.
Christ,
Going in,
that's
getting
so
some
much
BS. Going in, getting some
spending.
BS. Cash apping out $11. Dave going in, getting some BS. Going in, getting some BS. Going in, getting some BS. And telling Beats
Yeah, so
$40.
yeah, it was an.
What is that?
I released a new song today, actually, this morning, and that was an instrumental of the song I recorded.
Just instrumental, no vocals.
I added the vocals,
Oh
the
boy.
music video.
Okay, we're gonna listen to it in the post show.
Oh my!
We're gonna listen in the post show. Hey, buddy, if you don't want people to hear it, don't release it.
No, it's
That's what I say.
yeah. The music video drops at 6 p.m. today. I shot it 2 days ago. I didn't spend money on the video.
What is this though? You said what is
You
the
just
$40?
said you spent
I spent money
$40. What do you
yeah, the
mean?
instrumental.
Oh, you didn't even like make the song?
There's certain times where I use an instrumental that I made, and
Oh,
there's
you're
other
like a
times.
Like, no one cares that he didn't make the song. That's fucking common that people buy their own songs. Like, what? Don't judge him for at least putting out stuff, but like, I would pick on the fact that his logic says he didn't spend any money on it. Except he did. He literally did. And he doesn't even acknowledge that.
Fake musician. Okay,
There's-
going
there's-
in and getting some BS. I can't.
No,
respect
there's
that.
other times where I want
respect
to
it.
use somebody else's instrumental because it's a form of collaboration, and like
A form of collaboration that you pay with and they don't even know about because you're.
I
just
make
paying
all the
them.
money. The way that contract works is
I-
like I paid $40,
I
and he doesn't
know.
want anything after that.
I
I'm like,
know
all right,
because you
that's fine.
paid for the. Gosh. Okay, this car.
It can only be good for
that-
both of us.
This van that you're driving to a new place to stay in and live in. How is it?
It's not gonna make it much longer if we're being real about it.
And we're relying on it to travel to this gig and to. Oh my gosh, how many miles are on it?
284,000.
Whoa, what is it?
It's a 01 Ford Explorer, and it doesn't have AC.
How are you existing?
It's not easy.
Oh
No.
man.
Those poor dogs.
Well, we go to the
Ah, those poor dogs indeed. Jesus Christ, man. Nuvog, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it. Man.
dog park and hang out at the creek all day. So it's like we're in water.
Well, that's because you don't have a job.
Yeah. And
yeah, we
they
would all
deserve it.
that too, but I'll do that too. But we decided that we were gonna be adults. You have not left the age of 13 yet.
I mean, they're having fun.
No, and I'm glad they are. Like truly, like I am happy for them in that case. Unfortunately, if a vet emergency happens, then I feel bad for them because you have no way to pay for it. Except
Oh, I
for
meant
financing through the vet.
13-year-olds. Yeah, 13-year-olds are having fun with their life because they're not worried about stuff.
So this van, what are we doing? What's the idea with it?
Well,
Feels
take
bad.
Paid for.
Yeah, take as good care of it as I can. Make it
You
last.
said it's not gonna last in general.
Well, not forever. Nothing
Well, no
does.
shit, but, like,
It's
how-
just old, man. It's like it's in good shape, to be honest. For as old as it is, I had to get all new brakes for it last year, and it was over $1,000. And I don't want to put that much into it again.
The internet, your favorite thing, says that they last around $200,000 and can last 300,000 miles.
Which we're getting
You're
close
at
to.
284, and going to Philadelphia is 1,664
I've also seen cars
miles
that had
away.
800,000 miles on it, and I don't think it'll get there. But
Yeah.
Oh man.
so before then, I want to be able to have my credit in a good enough
Okay.
to be able to put a down payment on a car and get a new car, and then start using
Oh, I'm
that to build my
sure
credit.
that's gonna go great.
Oh man, like he has plans and this is delusion. Oh god. The car will rust.
And if I can build my credit to a decent
With
enough,
what income? How are you going to get approved for a car loan? And if you do, your car loan's going to be like 30% for 8 years, and you're probably going to get something you can't even come close to affording. And if you get approved, I don't know how you're going to get approved. What are you talking about? What world are you in? You have a maxed out credit card and have collections. What
But
credit score are you talking
my
about?
collections are tiny and my credit limit is tiny, so
You know
all
what that
that-
means?
that I
Actually, no,
don't
no,
make
let's-
much money.
No, let's use this as a learning. Sorry, I almost freaked out. Let's use utilization is a massive part of your credit score. You don't want to go over 30%. You don't really want to go over like any percent, so you don't want to hold any interest. But either way, and it impacts
Okay.
your credit score when it goes over 30% because your credit limit is so low. 30% of your credit limit is $60.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have a balance more than that, but you're sitting at 200.
Mm-hmm.
Your credit. What's your credit score? We were just in Credit Karma. What was it?
Yeah, it's like 545 or something. 5 something.
And collections, what? It hits it by
Damn.
what, 30 points, 40 points, or 20 points? I don't remember because I don't get them.
Right. It's 565. It went up 12 points this week.
Can we even make a budget for you? You're leaving. When are you leaving?
At the latest, August 17th.
Latest. Okay, so
If
budget
not,
makes no
yeah.
sense. What are you paying for rent right now?
Yeah.
At least there's
Thank
that.
God, yeah.
What's your plan for income out there?
I hope to figure that out soon.
Oh, I plan to figure my income out. Nice. Yeah, I too plan to figure out my income.
Before I get there.
This is a good moment to self-insert the fact that we have summer merch. Help me figure out my income by getting chibi paws, protecting your drinks, or being on your fridge as a magnet. Oh,
If any,
man.
like, I have a couple things ruminating in my head. Maybe get a job at
How much of it is skunk?
None. I spend no money on. I've never drank. I might.
It was a joke. What's ruminating or what's going around that head?
Probably.
Yes.
I've thought about maybe like working at a dog daycare because I've done that before. It doesn't pay anything, but like
Why not
side
get a
income.
job?
Well, like, cause then every job that I could get that like pays a decent amount,
Oh, man.
like,
He has
once-
to actually work.
a commitment for me for life, and I'm like,
Life.
every business person I meet is like cares so much about their place.
The
and it's like, that
business
makes-
they own.
Yeah, it makes
No
sense. That's the thing.
shit,
That's
man.
not my baby. Like, I have a life. I have goals. I have things that I do outside of work. I want to be able
Sure.
to go to work and do. Like, I'm not against working hard. I love working. I
Sure.
actually do. I just don't like getting trapped into
Trapped how?
circumstances.
You can leave a job whenever you want to.
But
But yes, when you're in like that shift, you're committed, and if you're not committed, you don't work there because you're fired.
but I
But
feel
you
like
can
things.
leave whenever you want.
feel like
you're
things are
looking at it
about
like
to
it's
move.
slavery for the rest of your life. That's not how that works. It's not. You're getting paid for something you agreed to. You have come to the contractual agreement with the employer. They need this. You want a job and money, and you guys are able to figure it out in the marketplace of what that income is like for you to accept that position.
Which I'm open to figuring out once I
don't
leave
think so.
Austin, because I've been doing that. I've been knowing that I'm leaving Austin for like over about 2 months now.
Like the screen that I paused on. That's literally me right now. My brain right now is like 2 months, and you're still going like, I don't need a job right now. I'll figure it out when I leave later. Later. Just delay it. Just delay it forever. How is a person so delusional to the point of just I don't know, man. Like, I get it. Jobs are annoying. You have to be there on time. You have to do your shift. You have to like clock in, clock out, and be there for like 8 hours or whatever. Some of them might be longer due to breaks. And then you have the travel part, and like you need a place to have your dogs because yeah. But I mean, he could. I don't know. He could be a dog sitter at that point.
And initially,
good. Do once.
and initially,
Good.
I was like applying to every single job on Indeed you could think of. Everything.
Yeah, but I bet your resume is
And-
like
and-
a joke. Like we would probably want to use a resume building service.
Maybe. I mean, my resume is pretty good. It's like I've spent long dedicated time at places.
No, I know, but like your resume itself, the build out of it might not be very good.
Oh, like the look,
not
like
just the
layout.
look, but like the keywords and everything you're using.
Oh, I've never really thought about it.
Okay, so it's okay, great.
But like, I mean, I'm a hireable person. Once you look, like my resume has
Yeah,
gotten
but you
me.
got it likely. I mean, they f***ing just sifted through systems, and then you got to get
Yeah.
interviewed from there. Like you're
Every
not
time
even
I go to
making
an
it that.
interview, things go well,
Really?
which can be bad because like then I'm like, well, now I have to do
You're
it.
not required.
What now? I have to what? Honor the commitment? Oh man, first world problems. I did so well in interviews that oh shit, the next step is actually doing stuff. Are you responsible for 2 dogs and you still like I have 2 3 cats, 2 rascals and a really nice one, but I have 2 rascals. Ugh.
Stay at a job. You can leave a job. I don't think you should.
So
But you're acting like once you accept a job position, you are there until you're 70.
if
And there's
it
nothing
feels like
you
that's
can
what
do.
they want from me, and they know I
No,
can't
of
give
course.
them
If
that.
you're a good employee, they would want you to stick around. But if you're a good employee and they want you to stick around over the course of years, that means you get to make more money because they want to keep you around.
Yeah, but now I'm in this spot where I'm in this limbo stage where I can't really get a job in Austin because I'm about to leave, but I can't really get a job in Philadelphia because I'm not there yet. But I want
Yeah.
a job. I do want a job.
No, you
Then
don't. You just
stay
said-
in
Ideally, I'd be
Austin
able to
and get
just
a
make all my
job.
money from acting and performing,
Which,
and
okay, that
magically
obviously
everything will
doesn't
be
happen magically.
right.
You know, we
but
grind away.
fantastically, like that'd be awesome.
Also,
But I
Washington, D.C.,
understand-
Philadelphia, not known as an acting city.
But it has hubs that it connects to. Like
What is that logic? I mean, I want to say it's like just paralysis, just being, knowing you have something so you can't commit to something else, but grossly misjudging the amount of time for both of them.
Yeah, I
New
know,
York.
in New
And
York,
I can't live in New York. I don't want to live in New York. But, ideally, like, oh, it all works out, and I'm a great, terrific, successful actor. But
Good game plan.
obviously, I have to have a side plan in the meantime, because I still believe wholeheartedly that is what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know how fast that's going to happen for
But
me.
I don't think you know anything.
And I need to.
Here's a
prepare.
recap of this conversation. You currently have to drive 10 minutes to take a poo-poo right now, and you don't have water. Okay, that's your situation. Life handed you $60,000 on a silver platter, and you blew it all in 3 months and left the $25,000 of it in a parking lot, essentially, and drove away. Took money from a charity to go be homeless in Puerto Rico with no plan. Got back to Austin, agreed to some shady predatory music contract, and lost hundreds of dollars. Now you're planning to drive to Philadelphia with a broken down car to basically go homeless again. And you refuse to
But
get
I'll
a
be in
real
the
job
cold.
because you think it's slavery. And
I'll be in the chilliness, so it won't be as hot in my car.
yeah, that's where you die, though.
You got blankets and heaters. There's 3 of us.
Oh, the dogs? Oh, those poor dogs. Those poor dogs.
They love their life.
Not me.
They did a study in like homeless people with dogs. They were like,
I don't know.
actually
Everything
much-
you've cited so far has been incorrect when I look it up. So
Oh,
They
boy.
They were much veterinarians were advocating that homeless people take much better care of their dogs than people in their boxes because their dogs are much happier.
This is
being
a
in, like, the
horror
real
show.
world, like nature and stuff.
real world?
And like it's
Really,
their
the
bond. They have
ones
a
I see
bond.
with the homeless here are on a sidewalk this big next to raging cars that are flying
I
by.
actually agree. So I don't know what this article is talking about. I'm just sharing.
And I see them eating
I'm
pizzas. I don't think
just
that's
staring.
sure it tastes great. I don't think it's what they're
Why?
supposed to be eating. I highly doubt their life expectancy is as good as whatever. Why am I wasting my time on that? I don't know what to do with you, man. I'm just thinking. I mean, you have nothing invested. I wanna make an example of like what it's like if you open like a account with a brokerage like Moo. I mean, that's what I use. So I buy some stocks in there, right? You know, I just buy into the overall stock market, and I watch the money grow and compound over the course of our lifetime because we are the same age, and you know, I'm looking for that chance to have a good retirement.
I mean,
I want that for you. And
it's really hard to be able to do something or help someone when that person just has nothing and they also don't want to do anything. Like the guy accepted a job that pays him $250 that he needs to spend $750 to go to. Why doesn't he become a server? Because he doesn't want to have a job that ties him down, a job that demands specific hours of work every day, because then he feels like that job will keep him there for the rest of his life. You can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. Exactly. It's like, it's really hard to help someone that's just like, well.
And I don't know how to bring an example to you because I don't think that resonates with your lifestyle or care at all. But I have to make whatever suggestion I have based on what you're already going to do.
So how do I?
And also in the recap, your singing was bad. It was okay. It was mid.
Yeah.
The guitar I
enough.
couldn't judge.
Mid's enough. How do I like still pursue creative pursuits?
Ain't that the question that every single fucking person has? You grow up, you become an adult, you go to your fucking job until you have enough money to be able to take time off and hope to hell that your creative juices are still running and flowing and pray that by some miracle you are not tired enough like the rest of us that are adulting to go and create something. Wow. How am I still creative and sing and dance and act and pursue creative stuff while having to live? Ain't that the question of the fucking century?
Without like completely giving them up.
Well, again, that's the thing. Whatever I
You
suggest,
don't!
you're not going to do that because you already have a thing. So I'm trying to work my suggestion into your thing.
Well, so here's an alternative. I go up to DC, I perform, and I'm gone a week, and I come back and implement your plan.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the plan I would do, any job you can, overnight Whataburger, coffee shop, literally anything you can go get. The median low wage in Austin, the median entry level lowest wage in Austin is $19 an hour. So let's say you're making $19 an hour. You're gonna work 60 hours a week across different jobs. All of this is easier said than done. I'm doing the fast forward on this, but you're applying to jobs. You're just working as much as you can, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Times that by 52, you're not taking any time off. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's say you're walking home. I mean, that's $60,000 a year. That's not bad. Of course, that's 60 hours a week. You know, sustainable over the long term. No, but we're doing.
That's a lot
sacrifice.
a lot of worked hours.
Let's say you just make 40,000 hours. Let's say you walk away.
I think he can do
walk away
60.
I'm trying to take into account your existence. $2,500 a month. You can continue to live with your brother. Was it cousin?
Yeah.
You can.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, for a while, for a bit.
Yeah. I can, yeah.
Okay, continue to.
Yeah.
Have your weird poo situation. Because you no rent and just paying a little bit of water. Like, that's incredible. Like, the $2,500, what I would do is take care of both of your debts immediately. I would chop up your credit card. You're not a credit card person. You can't manage that. Yes, we'll focus on building credit eventually, but that's not your main focus right now. What I would do, then with that
60 hours sucks, but a lot of people. No, I know a lot of people work 60 hours. Hell, I probably work even more than that or way less. But like, I mean, for him, right? I don't think he can do 60 hours. The guy literally can't handle just the idea of having to go every day for 8 hours somewhere.
500 with your minimal living
And who's gonna take care of his dogs? Because they're in a car with no AC.
Everything else is $5 and whatever else you need. Let's say you have an extra $1,500 a month. I think you actually have more because you could live bare bones. If this is what you really care about and you want to go all in, what I would save up is $25,000 over the course of a year and a quarter. 30 by the time you're, a year and a quarter from now. Then feel free, give it all you got. Give it all you got in a very smart and conservative way, still living bare bones off that 25,000 because you can blow through that 25,000 quick. You've already done it with 30, but bare bones, like $1,000 a month, just bare bones as much as you can. Depends on where you are. With that, you try to make it as much as possible because it is your dream. And fine, okay, do that. Once the $25,000 gets to about $5,000, that's when we start reconsidering things and we start looking for some adult jobs. So you extend that 25 as much as you can, spend 20 of it while you're trying to make your dreams, and then we start making enough to at least survive and get something in investment, like at least 20% at that point. After that, and then
honestly, the advice that he's giving is sensitive, and he did think about the guy's situation, about his dream, telling him to like still pursue it. Well, mostly because I don't think that guy would not pursue his dream. Like after this entire segment of listening to him, but like he is giving good advice for the situation, in my opinion.
And pursue your passions on the side. Like we don't stop pursuing them, but I'm gonna give you a little bit to go all in, and you got to work your off to get there in a year and a quarter. You gotta, and I think you can make more money than this quicker, but this is I'm just trying to think of you. I don't think you're gonna feel like, oh, I'm a slave because I'm making $19 an hour and I can't get out of it. I'm forced to stay here until I die. So
yeah,
I don't know. I have a little hope in that, but you can do that. That would be a way to do it. I wouldn't want most people to do that, but if that's your thing, I want to try to relate it to your situation.
Right.
That is what I would do were I in your shoes with your brain.
Right.
And then, once you're about $5,000 left, get a job that allows you to survive and set at least 20% aside for retirement so we can start getting something going. Like at least $200 a month to retirement or something like that, just at least that. So just get some compounding going throughout your life and then pursue your passions on the side. And if one takes off, That's great. That's what I would do. What do you think of that?
That's
Yeah,
actually
that
sensitive
makes sense.
advice.
And I'm giving you a chance here, man.
Yeah.
Giving you a chance, but I'm also giving you a reality at the end of it if it doesn't work out.
Right.
I'm excited to listen to that full song in the post show and fully judge it.
Yes.
And you will not copyright strike this video, right? Do we have permission and consent to play that video and the song that you played?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean? I think so.
Some weird.
The song is not allowed to be content ID whatever. So.
Well, it's in the post show anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Hammer financial score. Spending the budget you overspent. Debt you have collections 0. Emergency fund you have nothing. Retirement nothing. Real estate nothing. I mean, this is the obvious from 2 minutes into the conversation. But hopefully, I hope people related to it. There's going to be a few weirdos out there that related to it and actually want to kind of make it kind of like you and the things you want to do. And that might be a way to do it. And I think that is important in the end. And hopefully you had some worldviews challenged and you're able to reflect on this and, be a little more mature. But thanks, Hammer Financial Score, 0 out of 10. Make sure to stick around for the
Oh, actual 0. I was like, man, he's gonna get a 1 or a 2. No, he got a 0. Ouch. Ouch.
post show and check out all the links in the description below as they are resources that I use or would use in specific situations, including the best budgeting program.
I kind of want to go on the show. You actually can. If you're in Austin, Texas, you can apply to it and get called there.
Now bundled at a lower price with an extra
or if you can like go,
right? Thanks to Moo. Check it all out in the description below.
Today on the
I think you can travel there too.
Most of the Austin icons weren't born in Austin.
So you're saying that everyone can move to Austin and make it, but people born in Austin can't make it?
All of them are transplants. Like 1,000%.
Stupid stuff in the post show because
what is this post show, man?
My lack of success here in Austin is more tied to my individual about people.
contributed to you just not. How do I say this
Oh
in a nice way?
boy.
To watch the financial audit post show.
Jesus Christ. This is something else and really mind opening that there are people like that there. But I can understand where he's coming from, right? I can understand not wanting to work all your time off. That it's nice to have your time off, to be able to do what you want, to be able to enjoy your hobbies and stuff. It's what everyone would want if we weren't responsible people that pay our bills and taxes.